The key to living your life successfully is to live life asymmetrically. Take asymmetric risks to the upside. Make the winning outcome of your scenario far greater than the losing outcome. Examples of this are approaching strangers, talking to that woman who you find attractive, talking to that man who you find interesting looking. What's the downside of that scenario? A few seconds, a few minutes of embarrassment. What's the upside? A potential wife, a potential business partner, a potential great friend. See how the downside of this scenario is so small, so minimal compared to how great the upside could be. This is an asymmetric risk. Examples of where this is flipped to the negative side, which a lot of people fall into, is skydiving. You're risking your life for a few minutes of thrill. Taking drugs, drinking, you're risking your health for a few hours of escapism. When you start to view the actions you take as how bad can it be and how good can it be, then you can start to fill out this equation. For those of you who do trading, you'll be familiar with this. Risking $1,000 to make $100 is retarded, but risking $100 to make 1,000, well, that's a fantastic trade. A lot of the time with these losing scenarios, you're not really losing. You still gain something positive. You still gain more confidence. For example, if you're getting rejected, you become more comfortable with rejection, which means you're more able to take risks in the future at a quicker rate. You don't need to second guess as much because you know those few seconds of embarrassment doesn't really mean anything. After a while, that embarrassment, it goes away. And you can just focus on the upside of the situation. The downside, it becomes non-existent. But it's key to also notice that not taking these risks is also a risk. Your life is entirely a risk. If you ignore everything to the upside, if you just have the safest route possible, if you just go through life, work a 9 to 5 the entire time, you never meet anyone new, you never leave your house, you never actually do anything, you never travel. Think when you're 80 years old, will you regret that? Yes, because your life has been boring. What have you got from your life? You have no stories, you have no experiences, you have no memories. Your life is pointless. There's been no upside, but massive downside. Because that's one of the most important things in your life. It is the experiences you have, it's the memories you have. A good way of framing all of this is when you're 80 years old, would you regret what you're doing now? With every major decision, even a little decision, when you're 80, will you regret it? When you're 80, will you regret taking that 20-pound flight, going to Poland with some of your friends for a week? What, maybe you've lost 200 pounds? But think of the experience you get from that. Think of the memories. And when you stack up these risks, these positive asymmetric risks daily, you realize how it compounds, how fast your life can become interesting. Because it isn't just in terms of money that you need to think about this. It's also just day to day what you do. As in, think when working out, what do you really lose? You don't really lose anything. Cool, you may be a bit more tired, you lose a bit of time. But think you're then in better condition, better health, better able to protect for those you love. The downside is small, the upside is high. By playing it safe, you're risking missing out on life to be comfortable. In order to become extraordinary, you need to risk the ordinary. Start calculating the risk to reward of your actions, of the risks of how you live your life day to day. It doesn't need to be major things, just how you live your life. And that will determine how successful, how fulfilling, how enjoyable your life will be.